old town comes alive. From Paris Road out to the county line, everyone knows when it's
rolling. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to GBR Weekly post-season edition. As the season has come to end, Brad Morris, Jason Burkeen,
Jay Dog.
and well, Jay, it's day after Thanksgiving. We're used to being at practice, but not this year.
Yeah, man. Hate to say it, our season's over, but a little bit earlier than normal. But hats off to the Mayfield Cardinals. We traveled to LCA. Just too much for the mighty Cardinals, and hate to say it, but we had a good year. I had a lot of guys have great years and everything. But next year we'll be back, and like someone said, the season now is over, but now we're getting ready for next season. And of course we got the holidays in here, and everybody's gonna relax. But after that, after the holidays, and it's starting back to try to work hard and try to get us back to the point where we need to be next year. So, but yeah, it's a little disappointing. It
is.
I was looking forward to coming back home at CFSB War Memorial Stadium for one more game at the Sub-State, and maybe host Belfry or whatever. But
yeah,
this is not going to happen this year. I had a lot of seniors. I think 14 seniors on the team. A few of them got injured during the season, didn't get to play last week. But a lot of them kids, man. We've watched them play for 4 years, and got nicknames for some of them. And man, they did. Hats off. Thank you for the memories, for sure. And I know some of them are going to go to the next level and play college ball, and we wish them the best. The thing is, in life, I know this is a football show, but in life, this is the toy department, and there's more to life than just football. But when we're on that field wearing the red hat, it just it brings something out of you, and it's good stuff. And we will be a part of this fraternity for the rest of our life. The Red Hat, Red Helmet Club, Red Helmet M Club, whatever, And just want to say thank you guys for everything you've let us experience with you guys.
Yeah. Well, one good thing is, we want to win it every year. Most teams do, but they did get a ring 2 years ago as sophomores.
Right. Yeah.
So the next year's class of seniors, who I don't know if they had any freshmen playing.
Yeah, they dressed out. They got the ring. Yeah, they got the ring.
It's time to win another one, but it won't be this year.
Yeah.
So we'll be watching to see who wins between Beechwood and Owensboro Catholic and Belfry and LCA to see who's going to play for next week's 2A state championship. And we do have local teams playing tonight. Paducah Tillman's at Franklin County. That's a tough game. And Murray is at Lloyd Memorial, way up there close to Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. So they've got a long trip tonight. Mm-hmm. So good luck to those guys.
Yeah. Okay, you got stats for LCA Mayfield game? Let's go ahead and go over the stats.
I do. Not excited about it.
Yeah. And by the way, man, Brad, glad you're here. Brad's been sick all week, so just glad you're back, bud.
Thank you. We gained 112 yards rushing, and they had net yards rushing, okay, and they had 269. They had 331, but they lost 62
After
yards.
the penalties or whatever, or just lost yards?
Yeah, we tackle on behind the line of scrimmage, that kind of stuff. So they lost. So they got it down to. But if you would have told me that LCA would have had more passing yards than us before the game, I'm like, well, you're not thinking right. But for the game, Mayfield had 68 yards passing, and LCA had 114. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that came off that one kind of weird play where, the guy King, he's a great little player, and it just. It seems like it bounced off our guy right into his hands, and then he did the rest.
Yeah, a lot of the plays, big plays like that, it just bounced in their favor, and they were there, and they took advantage of it. And hats off to LCA. I mean, all the way around, and they never quit. They never stopped. Mayfield didn't either. But yeah, they won the ball game for sure.
And kudos to LCA's secondary. I think it was the best secondary that Gray Robbins had faced all year, and so it looked like he was struggling a little bit, but that's because they were tough and they were right on top of us. There was no easy throw.
It was raining, I'm not saying there's no excuse. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there was a good defense by LCA, and it's like every pass, it just kind of seemed a little off, and even you just got to make adjustments, and it didn't seem like for whatever reason we said it all night, it wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not taking anything away from Gray or anything. It was just some tough conditions, and maybe we could have concentrated on ground, pounding, ground and pound and everything. But it's, it is what it is. We live and learn. But like I said, if you watch the game, even in the first half, going into halftime, it's 14-7, and Mayfield had the worst possible half possible, in my opinion, that we could have had, and we were still in the ball game. Like Coach Dew said right after the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I'm looking." He's like, "I'm going into halftime thinking, my goodness, we played the worst possible game possible, and we're still in this ball game."
Yeah,
sure. We need to come out and do something and execute on offense. And it didn't seem like we could ever do anything that we need to do offensively. And then it was 28-14, and Mayfield's first and 10 from the 11, and we couldn't punch it in, and that was in the fourth quarter. And I mean, like you said at Red Helmet Club breakfast this morning, and if Mayfield had got that in, made it 28-21,
right?
We got a little momentum. The kids are now like upbeat, saying, "Okay, let's do this." Been a little bit different ball game, but instead it went the other way, and we lost. What was it, 35-16?
Yeah, they ran out of the end zone there on the last play.
They gave us two. And I'm going to tell you this right here, though. Someone bet me on recently, and they said something about they were going to beat us by 21 points. And so can you imagine this guy that bet me that said they were going to beat us by 21? And I made a call. I know a guy, and he runs out the back of the end zone, so it makes me win because it was, they only beat us by 19. So I won me a little Coke there, but yeah, it was a little disappointing, but like I said, there's more to life than football, and we love it here in Mayfield, and we're used to winning and being in sub-state and stuff. But you just got to look at everything, and I just you just got to move on.
I got one more observation on that game, Jason.
Yeah,
and this is just me talking. Okay.
Yeah,
we should have won that game.
Yeah.
We absolutely should have won that game. I know we're sitting there talking, they had all these yards rushing and passing. They had 145 yards in penalties.
We did?
They did.
Oh, they did, yeah.
We had 100.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you can win the state championship having 145 yards in penalties. And they definitely, it seems like, self-destructed a few times So something I saw Coach Dew as animated as I've ever seen him during that game, during one stretch, because something was going on in the field that he was not happy about.
Yeah, I mean, it was hanging all over us, bro.
Yeah.
Every play. One thing, let's look, how Mayfield scored the first touchdown in the first half. Aubrey Sherrill had and when I say this, I mean this. As a football player, I don't know if I was smart enough if I saw the ball on the ground, because I was always taught, land on it, get on it. But Aubrey, with the talent and the skill set he had enough mindset to say, hey, football IQ, pick the ball up safely and score, and he did it. So hats off to him. Ashton Flint had a tremendous game.
He did, and you called it beforehand.
Yeah. Anderson Smith had a good game. It was one of them things where, look at Josiah. And J. Aubrey on offense. They were running the ball effectively. And it was just one of them things where, if you watch the film, there were some things going in our favor. But it was always something shooting us in the foot, whether it was a penalty or maybe we couldn't stay in front of the chains very well. I mean, we talked about that on the show and while we were doing the game. But hats off to the Cardinals, 10-2 record. It should be really, in my opinion, 11-2. But I mean, hey, they gave us a bye instead of a win for that Fort Knox deal. I don't understand it, but anyway,
they got to figure that out.
Yeah, but yeah. So another successful year. And it's just But again, we are not satisfied with 10 wins. We want, everybody wants to go to the state championship game. I mean, if we were another team in this area, 10 wins, they'd be tickled to death, So we are spoiled as Mayfield fans. We definitely are. Yeah. We know it. I know it. But it's just want to say again for all the seniors that poured, gave their blood, sweat, and tears all 4 years. I believe they left it all on the field. They didn't quit. If you look in the first half, I mean, we give LCA the ball inside the 40 on numerous occasions, and our defense kept us in the game. And that was one thing that we could look back. But then later in the game, they got tired. I mean, we looked at the offensive possession, and if you don't believe me, you rewind the tape. I mean, we had the ball for a minute and 3 seconds, minute and 7 seconds, and already turning it back over. Well, then the defense has got to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was not putting us in. But that's what happens in games like that. The weather is affecting things. People hanging all over you. I mean, but again, not taking anything away from LCA. They won the game fair and square. Wish them the best from here on out. We got Beechwood and Owensboro Catholic tonight. That's going to be a good game. And wow, I'd love to see that game. Yeah.
Well, we were going to go.
We were going to go, but
got
you're
sick.
sick. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. Is there anything you want to add about this season? I mean, we appreciate all the guys and sponsors. They were making this possible. Red Helmet Sports Network, successful, and
met a lot of great people. At a lot of good schools this year, and just
all over the state.
Encouraged by the great people we have in Kentucky. That is involved in the student athletes, especially concerning football for sure. Mm-hmm. And so, hey, you know what? We're less than 9 months from kickoff 2026 season. So
go Big Red.
let the countdown begin, everybody.
So we just come back next year and work harder.
Absolutely.
We got some great guys coming up, and looking forward to it.
Thanks to all of our Red Helmet sports crew, staff that have helped us all year long. Jacob Griffith, Doug Sims,
Michelle
Turnbow. Jason, you did a great job this year. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you too.
Yeah, man. So we'll be back. Cardinals will be back. Go Big Red.
Go Mayfield.
Town comes alive from Paris Road out to the county line. Everyone knows when it's football time. Red and black running through our veins. 13 rings and chasing the same. The stadium roars proud and loud. Cardinals are the heart of this small town crowd. Raised on Friday nights, wearing red and black. War Memorial rocking, we got each other's backs. 13 rings and we're still chasing more. Cardinal pride running deep to the core. Yeah, we're Mayfield tough, built on pride and fight. Raised on Friday nights. Every snap tells a story from the legends of gridiron glory. Parents in the bleachers with Cardinal pride. Tailgaters cheering behind end zone lines. We fight for the name on the front of our shirt. Through the heat, the cold, and the sweat and dirt. From kickoff until the final score, we play this game like the legends before. It's more than a game, it's the way we're raised. Through the hard work, long nights and 2-a-days. When the lights shine bright and the world slows down, we breathe Cardinals football in this town. Raised on Friday nights, wearing red got each other's backs. 13 rings and we're still chasing more. Cardinal pride running deep to the core. Yeah, we're Mayfield tough, built on